Okay guys, so today we're going to be doing a team building guide on the GT Trio EZA because it's releasing very soon on Global. So I wanted to get this video out because I know some people might be struggling to think of kind of how to build a team in this event because I'm aware that it's kind of difficult. You know, it's an LR EZA, so obviously there's only 10 stages right here. So they kind of make the 10 stages a little bit harder just to kind of make it a little more even, and it makes sense. I mean, you know, I get it. But yeah, it is a little bit harder, so I figured I'd make a video on it and kind of help you guys out, maybe suggest some units that y'all could throw on your team. And yeah, make sure you guys like and subscribe. You know, comment what you think of these guys' EZA. Comment if you have any dupes in them and how you're looking for this, you know, Extreme Z area event, because I think personally, I unfortunately do not have B-Pan or some of the leaders that I can use for this team. So I'm kind of going to have to make a little side team that I'll be going over here in a minute, that I actually kind of think might be better than using Pan, because Pan does have type disadvantage in this event. Keep that in mind. But yeah, let's just get right into it. So this is the category Bond of Friendship that it's week 2. It doesn't really do anything for you offensively by bringing people in this category. I think really you're just going to want to bring legendary power link, people with legendary power link, basically, because that's what's really giving you the damage right here, the attack buff. Bond of Friendship is just helping you tank better, which you really need. Like stage 10, you can't bring people that aren't on Bond of Friendship unless they have like crazy damage reduction or guard or something, or crazy defense, because they're going to be tanking a lot of damage in stage 10, 9. I mean, probably once you get past like stage 4, you're just going to be taking so much damage. So yeah, make sure you bring this category, but I really think you could probably slip in a couple LRs that aren't on this category. Maybe if they're on like Dragon Ball Seekers, because you know, you'd be bringing Pan, and that's her other category thing. If you have like a physical Dragon Ball Seeker unit you really want to bring, that's an LR. You know, you could probably bring them in because they're physical, so they have type advantage. But yeah, so let's just get into the units more specifically that I think could really help you out. So first, obviously, here we have the Pan. She's a 200% for the lead. She's a 200% for the Bond of Friendship category. So obviously that just automatically makes her really good for this event. She's a very solid unit too. You can even put her in slot 1 and she'll be fine, you know, with that damage reduction before attacking. So I mean, I really think that she's probably the go-to option. But I don't know. There's a couple options in here where I think it might get you thinking a little of who you're actually going to use. So Pan for sure. A lot of attack. Probably geared more for long events though, so she might look a little lackluster offensively in here, because it's only gonna take you like 5, 6, 7 turns, which I mean, she could still get some stacks in with her attack, especially if you're getting the unit super attack, which she's greatly raising. But I'm not too sure how crazy she's gonna be looking offensively, because she isn't an LR and she's not on the category. So yeah, there's Pan, and then we have the Tech Kale and Khalifa, who obviously are a lead for Bond of Friendship. Unfortunately, they only give 130 to HP, but they still give the 170 to attack and defense. So I still think it's very useful. They are stacking, so that makes them good. They get some attack and defense with each attack performed, which is nice. They launch an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super attack, so that's just kind of helping them build up a lot. And fortunately, they do also have this really nice heal. So I mean, that's pretty good. If you're struggling because you just keep on dying, I mean, building a team around these guys probably wouldn't be the worst idea, because, you know, that heal is really insane. And then they have a high chance of evading the enemy's attack, which is pretty crazy. I mean, it is restricted, I think, with 6 key spheres. But, I mean, a high chance to dodge is still great. That you can rely on that a lot. So yeah, I mean, these guys would be great in here too. Or these girls, I should say. Leader skill, obviously amazing, so there is that. And then here we have Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So I know you might be thinking, like, why is he on here? He obviously doesn't lead Bond of Friendship. But, I mean, look at this. Look how many Gokus there are. We got a Goku here, we got a Goku here. Obviously, that's the one I'm talking about. We have a Goku here, 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 we have a Goku here. And can I say it like 5 more times before you get the point? Yeah, a lot of Gokus. So Goku family category, 100% you'll be able to run as long as you have some of these big time LRs, which I think a lot of you would. I mean, you know, these two guys, I mean, this guy has been on quite a couple banners recently, with the anniversary and worldwide obviously being very recent for Global. And then this guy you might not have, but he's pretty old, so I mean, you might, I don't know. he hasn't really been featured on any banners, I don't think. I don't think he was featured on any of the Carnival Festival banners, but he's still pretty old, so you might have a copy of him. And then these guys, obviously, not including the Hercule, you can all run them on the team too, and this guy's free to play, but he does have type disadvantage, so I can understand if you don't want to bring him. This guy could be good offensively. He might get clapped up defensively, but he is on the category, so I wonder if he would still be able to tank. And then this guy would just be fine. Actually, even though he has type disadvantage, I still think you should probably bring him, just because, I mean, he's going to be super effective against all types if he's in slot 1 and he gets that first hit. And he has guard, and he's stacking defense, so I think he's going to be fine. He'll probably perform better than most of these physical units. And then, yeah, I mean, this God Goku probably won't do too much for you, so I don't know if you really want to run him. But then we have this Namek Goku. Oh, okay, sorry. Skipped a couple units right there. I'll talk about them in a second. We have this Namek Goku who's actually really good. He's stacking defense, so that makes him great. He is really good offensively because he causes Mega Colossal damage on 12 key and 18 key, obviously. So this guy's going to be great in there. He'd be good for a leader skill, too. I think you could run him as a lead if you don't have, like, the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. You could, for sure, run this guy in there just for a Super Saiyans category because, again, I mean, there's a lot of Super Saiyans on here. There's a lot of legendary existent unit. That's a tough sentence right there, but you know what I mean. This category. There's a lot of these units on here, too, because we got the UI Gokus and the God Gokus. We got a God Goku right there, at least. I don't think we got all the God Gokus, but still, we got some people in that category, so a lot of people there. Now let's just go through everyone I skipped. So we have this GT Goku. He obviously is GT Heroes, and there's a lot of GT Heroes in this category. Primarily just kind of Gokus. Like, we got that Goku right there that's GT. We got these three that are Easyang, obviously, but they're GT. And you could still run them in their own event. They wouldn't perform amazing, or they wouldn't, like, do anything crazy for you, but they would still perform somewhat decent. We got the Pan right there who's on GT Heroes. We've got these guys. We've got, I mean, if you have his TUR, yeah, I guess you could run him there too. We got this guy who has an Easy A, so he's pretty crazy. The Pan, obviously, but if you have the Pan, you should probably just run the Pan as the leader. And yeah, just a couple, these guys too, the Banner Unit Trunks and Giru, who are somewhat solid for sure. And then obviously there's the Goku family part, which is unfortunately just 150, but I still think it's good. And he does have type advantage, and he's a nuking unit. So this guy actually could probably do a lot more damage than most LRs you're bringing to this event. So I actually kind of suggest you bring him on the team, even if you're running just like Pan as the leader. I think this guy could still do you a lot of good. So for sure, consider bringing this guy. He is a Rainbow Orb Changer too, so he's only going to be helping everyone out. And you are going to want GT Heroes to really capitalize on that defense part of his passive, but he has type advantage, so you don't need it. And he's on the category, so you don't need it. Next, we have the Super Saiyan 2 Goku transforming into Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I don't really think I need to explain why this guy's good to bring in here from his passive. I mean, it's just he's a very, very good unit offensively, and defensively he can hold up very well. So I won't get into that, but I'll talk about his leader skill a little. So we got Battle of Fate and Accelerated Battle, which I think there's a good amount of Battle of Fates on here. You know, we got the Namek Goku, the UI Goku, we got the, you know, this guy. You know, there's a lot of Battle of Fates on here. And Accelerated Battle, I don't remember who's on that category on the top of my head, but I know there's a lot in here because Accelerated Battle is such a good category that, you know, it's probably crossed over within the Bond of Friendship category a lot. So I think for sure you could run him as a leader. You could probably get a lot of big-time LRs. Like I said, you got the Ultra Instinct Goku. You got a lot of the Gokus on Battle of Fate and Accelerated Battle. So this is pretty much just going to be a Goku team. But then again, you could just run a Goku family team because that would probably just make more sense just by running this guy as the lead. But if you don't have him, then, you know, this guy's a good secondary option, and this guy would be kind of like a third option. So next we have this guy who he's actually probably going to be a better leader than this guy and this guy, because then you could still just run him on the team. Because he's a full 170 to Goku Family or Super Saiyans, and I don't need to explain why that's good. I mean, I already said Goku Family is great on here because there's so many. And then if you include Super Saiyans, then it gets crazy because we are now getting, like, who are we getting? I mean, Trunks is, but they're not really crazy. Actually, you know what? There's not really any Super Saiyans on here that aren't already Goku Family units. So yeah, so that part doesn't really matter, but the 170 to Goku Family for sure is a very, very good thing to have. Of course, if they're on Android/Cell Saga 2, you'll be giving them a full 200% lead. and they're great by themselves. I'm pretty sure you probably won't really be getting this active unless you like get double supers off with them. But if you do get this active skill, or this transformation, I get the exchange. Sorry, the word didn't come to my mind. If you do get this exchange off, then they're just going to be crazy. They're going to be amazing defensively, and offensively, if you get them fully built up, they're going to be probably just killing the enemy. So, I mean, even though they're not a legendary power unit, they're putting up like 8 million attack stats, 9 million attack stats with guard, with like 500, 600k defense. So yeah, this guy's crazy. And do keep in mind, he also has this, and I'm pretty sure that the GT Trio do a Ki Blast super attack, so you could get this active here. So you don't really have to worry about them defensively. Not that you would in the first place, because like I said, 500, 600k defense with guard, it'll get you really far, but for sure they could evade there too, I'm pretty sure. So I think that'll help him out a lot. And then yeah, we have the Kaio Ken Goku, who I probably wouldn't suggest as a leader just because it's just 150, but you could definitely make it work. I mean, he has that 50% chance to crit, and he's doing so much damage just because this guy is a very damaging unit. And he's changing Ki Spheres to STR, so you don't really need to worry about him getting Ki or anything. So if you can just kind of throw him on a team with the Pan, and obviously there's a lot of Gokus on here to link him with, so you probably will be pretty good links-wise with him. But you know, just in case if you're running like a lot of Universe 6 girls with him or something, you would still be able to be fine Ki-wise. And yeah, I mean, I don't really need to talk much about this guy. I mean, he's not getting the Vegeta part thing of his passive activated, so he's missing out on 70% attack and 3 Ki, but I really don't think that matters. This guy, look, he's just massively raising. He is sacrificing 4% HP, but that's not going to matter. You're not even going to notice it, I guarantee you. And, you know, if you get an additional, you're even better defensively. So yeah, I mean, this guy would be great to bring in here. All Out Struggle and Final Trump Card too. I'm sure there's a lot of crosses in those two categories with this category. So like I said, you could probably make a team with that, but I don't necessarily suggest it if you have like this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, them, or them. So, or just these two. So so I would say he's kind of a last resort with this Goku, but if you had these two guys, I would assume you would have like this guy, and I'd say this guy is probably the lead most people are going to be using, just because probably everybody has this guy. If not this guy too, because a lot of people would have him. So so yeah, I mean, that's pretty much most of the big units. Obviously, the physical Krillin too is going to be great in here. I mean, he has type advantage and he's on the category, but you're not really going to be getting too many links with him. I mean, maybe you'd get like, you could link him with him. I mean, they'd be sharing Z Fighter's legendary power. Like Shattering the Limit? Yeah, Shattering the Limit, and I mean, they'd be getting a couple links active, but you know, still, it might be a little bit wonky with the Krillin. You're not going to bring the Yamcha and Puar. I feel like I'm pronouncing it wrong, so I'm just going to call him Cat. I don't know why, I feel like I'm saying that wrong. So you don't want to bring Yamcha and Cat, because they suck. Simple as that, they just suck. And I mean, as far as the other LRs, yeah, you can bring all these guys in here. B-Pan would be pretty good, especially because she'd be healing. So if you're struggling to beat the event, you know, for sure bring B-Pan. I haven't even talked about the extreme units, because I don't know why you'd be running extreme units. All these guys suck. Maybe this guy, if you have like the Pan or the Kale and Khalifa as the lead. But they're not going to be doing much. They're going to be supporting the rotation if you get the orbs, I guess. Which, I mean, that'd be pretty useful, and they could get the dodge too. But offensively, they're not going to be doing anything. I would honestly suggest bringing a unit like that's type neutral than bringing him just because he has type advantage. So, they just kind of suck. So yeah, but then there's these guys, you know, the UI Goku's going to be dodging, and offensively he's going to be fine. I doubt most people have him, so I won't even mention him, but he's still going to be good if you have him easy aid. If you don't have him easy aid, if you just have just a normal, just base Spirit Bomb Goku 1000 Day, I don't suggest you bring him. I feel like he's not going to be good enough. And then the LRTN, who is actually coming out on Global very soon. Yeah, he could be good. I guess you could bring him. Or wait, no, I guess this is a Global video, so no, Global, we can't use that yet. But I think he's coming out in this celebration, so if you can't beat the event, maybe you farm this guy up and then you can beat him. Because he has an LR, obviously, so more damage. Name of Goku, I already went over him. This guy already went over him, but I mean, yeah, he'd still be good to bring. I already went over them. They'd be pretty good to bring. Yeah, this guy would be pretty solid. I don't think he's doing anything too crazy that makes him stand out. So, I mean... Yeah, I mean, he's supporting. If you have a Gohan Kid on the rotation, too, he probably will be doing a lot of damage because he has that 59% chance to do a critical hit. So, I mean... Yeah, this guy wouldn't be too horrible. He has the medium chance of dodging, too. And he gives a lot of support, especially if your HP is 59% or less. So, I think that guy for sure could be pretty solid, I guess. These guys... I mean, again, don't bring the Hercule. Just don't bring him. He has type disadvantage. He's not going to do any damage for you. If you really need to run him, like if you have one more slot and you don't have any other unit you could bring, yeah, sure, bring him and like purposely get his 12 key just so he greatly raises attack and defense. But other than that, I don't suggest you bringing him. This guy, I mean, if you get a critical hit off, he could do a lot of damage, but I don't suggest you bring him either, honestly. He probably just going to take too much damage, especially in the later phases. And then the Namegoku, or not the Namegoku, the Birdku. He's amazing, obviously. Bring him. I already talked about him. Mighty Masks. Yeah, they could be fine. I mean, even type neutral, they're fine. They got a chance to dodge and everything. LR, Tien, and Chaozu, they suck. I already went over you. They could be great. Yeah, they could just be great. I mean, they'd work well with a lot of the girls, too. And then the Spirit Bomb Goku, he could do so much damage if you get the right amount of orbs with him. UI Goku is just amazing. You should probably bring him just regardless of... If you have him, you should just probably bring him. You could also use these guys, the sub-leaders, but your whole team would be looking a lot worse. So, again, I just suggest if you don't have the Pan or the Kalen Caulifla, I just suggest you bringing these guys to run a kind of a Goku family Super Saiyan team. So yeah, I mean... That's pretty much been the video. Let me know what you guys think of this Easy A event. Let me know if you think it's any difficult for you. Let me know if you think you could beat it with your box. And yeah, that's been the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.